us by surprise. Zyberger was putting a reef in at the leeward mark, and with that, Mirage will cross first of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races. So, welcome to the third race of Series 1. We're out here, the storm blew through this morning, so it's left a little bit of a light breeze from the north. They said on race committee that they're actually going to try to do this race in reverse and do it backwards, so we'll see how that goes. We have a four-way tie in Perf 0 and in Perf 1. We've got Stray Dog in Perf 0 and Kellavela 2 in Perf 1. So something's going to happen tonight. Both of those ties are going to get broken. There's some horns on race committee. I'm Ashley Love. We have our producer Bruce Nairn on board as well. We'll all be commentating tonight, so see how it goes. Seconds to go till the first start. We have some bold movers putting up their kites to be right at go. This is Perf 0, J35s, and Far 30s. There's the gun, and Aunt Jean is full and flying.
Smoking. Kites up on time this week. Go, Jimmy.
Say-Kado, that's Stephen McManus. He's sitting in second, but tied for first with that Stray Dog boat. This is a really tight reach. All of the other ASIM boats on this leg are barely holding on to this, so this symmetrical boat, they're trying to decide if it's going to be worth it or not. Should they go high and put it up? It might be too close for them to put it up.
Oh, they ought to take a chance.
Hey Chance, how are things going so far?
Going awesome.
Yeah?
Slow start.
This is Perf 1 and Perf 2 start, and Jab at J24, they were most definitely over. They pulled that trigger a little too early. The rest of the boats are all packed up here at the pin. Here on the end, 40818, that's Gratitude. 2 weeks ago, a J105 Santa's Reindeer snapped their mast during the race, and so these guys have actually taken on some of their crew so they can keep racing Wednesday nights. Craig and Dottie Sanders on Monkey Dust are in one of those four-way ties in Perf 1. They are a little bit slower than the tiebreakers that they're trying to break, so as long as they can keep it close, they might be able to do well.
Lots of race left.
Yes, poles all the way forward. They can hold this. Back in the J105s, a lot of the boats were starting to push each other over the line, and these two guys actually got locked up. One of them is Chessie, John Kircher.
Boy, they're going at it early and often, Ashley.
Yeah, little match race going on maybe.
It's just Jim trying to, you know, show him what he's all about here.
You can hear people yelling still, all the way onto the line. And Mirage wins the pin, just like they've been winning every race so far.
That was impressive.
No kite yet, but they're clean and clear. That's all that counts here.
That's absolutely for sure.
Look at what is happening here at the pin.
Oh,
we have
man.
starboard boats, port boats, and the gun just went off. Everyone condensed in one place at one time.
Do you see that move that John Ayers just made on Schools Out?
Wow,
Get
that
out.
was pretty impressive.
Watch out where you're going.
Schools Out is winning this series, just like he won that start. Now Snowstorm down there, the J80, they might have had a good idea. Just start clear, get out of everybody's way. That could be the move. A lot of bad air down there. Hopefully they'll be able to find their way out. The other move might have been just to wait till everyone else starts and then start. Derecho has clear air back here, and they are in second overall, but maybe not after tonight.
That's a lot of fleet to conquer.
And to continue the person leading the series winning the pin, we have Jose Fuentes on Caramba, nailing that start. Cannonball and Ragdoll are right here at the pin, and they are tied for first, having a battle. And we have a port starboard. There's the gun. Cannonball made it out alive. Nice start. They timed that one perfectly. Insatiable, that's Ron Anderson. They were the second ones off the line. Got good speed. Cannonball may have decided they gave Ragdoll a little bit too hard of a start, so they slowed down a little bit with their kite trouble.
Will they get a great big header up here, or is it my imagination? White boat is reaching off to Bat Creek too.
After a nice little bay tour, the GP42 Stray Dog is on their way in, dropping around this channel marker. They do owe 78 seconds per mile to their next closest competitor, so getting as much of a lead as possible will help them out. That's Aaron Freeman there, trying to suck in the kite as fast as he can. Packed up and headed to the Nun. The far 30s are here. Ramrod is trying to chase down Downhill Express on a true downwind. Winning the start has helped them win every mark rounding so far. It's Mirage, Cedric Lewis, leading the J105s. In second place, we have Andy Turner on Crash. He went left on this leg. Worked out just as well. He's only about 30 seconds behind. And Jim Conisberg on Inigo. They have a little bit of catching up to do because they weren't out in the first week. Punching in a third here could help their standings a lot. Fourth and fifth. It is tight. It's going to come down to who can get that kite up faster. And Bat Fours is backwards, but Froya gets it. Bat Fours still trying to get their kite twisted out the right way. And back with the J70 fleet, Schools Out is having a tough time balancing out this fleet that seemed to split out behind him. But he's going to get to this mark first. A nice tight cover and a go, 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 elbows flying set. And they extend their lead. Ooh, Bruce, do you think that set's going to help catch him up? Pete McChesney on We Too Low. He traded in his J105 because it seemed to be dominating the class so much. The 70s are giving him his run for his money back here in fourth. 365 Brotherly has two brothers and their dad out on the boat tonight to help raise their average age a little bit. Usually it's about 17 years old. Here in Perf 1, this is Calavela 2. Going into this race, they were winning that four-way tiebreaker, but now they're headed back into the club and they'll have to wait for results, see how they did. 12:38, that's Whirlwind with Chris Brady and Melissa Devaney on there. They're St. Mary's alums, and this boat was actually donated to alumni to get people out racing right after they graduate college to make sure they stay in the sport. Pretty cool. Behind them we have Ed Holt, Eduardo Especial. Things are condensing in here. Once we get closer to the club, Ed Holt here has his black lab calling tactics. Maybe they'll be able to catch up. They had their eyes looking back on those last 20 boat lengths. This is the team they're going to take to Worlds in June in Newport, and they've got to be happy with that finish. You can say anything you like about having to race in light air, but some tight starts, a collision before the start even happened, and a beautiful, tight, tense finish here at the end is about as good as it gets. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Love, and Bruce Nairn, the producer behind the camera. Thanks for joining us. So nothing's going to catch them by surprise. Zyberger was putting a reef in its allured mark, and with that, Mirage will cross first of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races.